ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to Ian's YouTube channel. Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to Ian's YouTube channel with me, Ian Lawrence, not in the magic shed. We've got this wide angle lens on today, not because I've got a big head, it's because there's three of us. Not two, there's three. I normally come with two people. No, I normally come with one person, which makes it two. And today we've come with two people, which makes it... Three? Right, so here we've got Mr. Stephen PH Laidlaw. And here we have Lisa. Everybody say hello to Lisa because it's the first time on the channel. Hello. Isn't that nice? So what we're doing today, we're having a wonderful time creating a culinary, is it culinary?
Yeah.
Culinary with L. Not culinary, culinary wonder out in the wonderful outdoors. And at the moment we're collecting tinder. And I'm explaining to Mr. PH what kind of things we need to get for first, second and third burn. As we have done before. It's good I was doing that in the background, quite happily getting on with what he's doing, being impressive. Alright guys, so we're going to do this, and remember, this is snowy weather. What's happened in this wood is that we had rain, lots and lots of rain, then we had freezing weather, and now we've had snow. So what's happened is the water's got into everything, then it's frozen, and then it's been topped off with snow. So it's very, very difficult in conditions like this to get a spark to to create a flame. But we're going to do our best, and if not, we're just going to start a fire anyway, so we can cook our wonderful food, basically, isn't it? Just food. See you in a bit, everybody. Okay, so we're back to the location where I came with Mr. PH before. And PH was hanging in them trees over there, not by his neck, but in his hammock. And then we got a campfire in a circle just there, and Simon was over there, and I was sleeping up floor just there. I was smashing. And then another camp is a big pile of stones there, and the little four trees where I put my little shelter together, and I stopped out just there. But enough of the reminiscing. This is where we're going to be building the stones. We're going to build in our little fire pit, and what have you. I'm not going to bother with a firewall, reflector, because it's just still. And you can hear the woodpeckers, and it's lovely. And we're going to be up making an open fire and trying to build a bed of ashes so we can cook on it. Right, upward and onwards, time to collect some tinder and wood, Mr. PH and Lisa. Okay, so we've got to this part, top marks, right then. That's just for you there, Mr. Stephen PH.
Thank you.
I thought I'd stick a top marks in because I've got all these catchphrases that I do subconsciously I don't know about, and he's got them all marked down on this little board. And as he watches my video, he ticks them off. And he says if I miss 3, he's going to unsubscribe. Right, so here we are. While these have been collecting, have a look down there, while these have been collecting the tinder, which is incredibly important obviously, and there you see there's putting a layer of sticks in the bottom. Now this fire has been seen on my video before. I've got a couple of lumps of wood here for us to sit on, and then the fire surround goes round like that, but it will arch over when I've done with it. It'll arch over, so it holds all the heat inside and bounces that heat back, and that stops me having to build a firewall for bouncing the heat back. And we're going to create loads and loads of sticks down here in the bottom to create a floor, and then but not too dense so that the oxygen gets a chance to come through and feed the fire from underneath. So we're going to get that far, then we've got the wonderful opportunity to start the fire, which Stephen's going to do.
Top marks.
Top marks. Right, I've just been showing Mr. PH and Lisa that on the silver birch, it is good to use the birch bark, but the stuff you need in this weather especially is the incredibly fine stuff on the tree. You can't see that very well because of the light, but there you go. It's incredibly fine pieces. I can just hold it in this hand while I show you. These incredibly small pieces are the ones you want, because you want it really, really thin. Really thin, because the thicker it is, the more moisture it's going to hold, and the harder it is for a spark to take. Right guys, so really, really thin pieces of this birch bark of the stage 1 of hitting it with a spark. Okay, this is going to be fun. On my camera I don't think you can see very well because it's quite far away, because it's quite a wide angle lens. Right, I don't like using my bushcraft for stuff like this, but I'm going to do anyway. This is an Exi block. It's only a small one, it's not military, and obviously I'm not going to crack this knife down onto this piece of wood, so I'm going to find another little piece of wood in here, just there. And we're going to, first of all, the things with these is sometimes they put like a wax coating on the Exi block to protect the Exi. Yeah? Okay. So what you first of all, there's some things you can do. You can scrape the Exi block onto a surface, as so, and try to get that to take a spark.
So they get the shavings to take the spark?
Yes, and they put the Exi block facing it with its shaven face pointing towards it.
Right, okay.
So once that's burning, it'll get that burning. Whether it's going to work is a totally different matter.
Time will tell.
Always more difficult in cold weather. Also, remember when you've done with your knife, get your sheath back onto it and bang it back around your neck. That way you don't lose it, you don't stab yourself. Clean the end of my striker off. Whether this is going to work, I don't know. Now what happens is, the reason a lot of time it don't work when you try lighting an Exi block in normal conditions is that there's not enough oxygen there to be able to take the spark or the flame. So there you go, that's burning. And then you can present your Exi block up to the flame, and now my Exi block's burning.
Brilliant.
All right for everybody?
Brilliant, thank you very much for that, Ian.
No worries, and that's with a fire steel, so we're a lighter,
yeah,
or matches, that's going to work a lot faster.
Brilliant, thank you for that.
No worries, mate.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so what we're doing here, we've got this small area. Now you make sure that there's no snow and wipe everything off as much as you can, but because it's cold in that rock, that's going to try and draw out the heat of anything I'm doing on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of these fine twigs just here that we've all been collecting. I'm just going to put them down to start with. I'm going to crush them down best that I can. And it's going to allow oxygen underneath, but it's also going to keep these flames away, or the spark away from the actual rock itself. Now on top of that, I'm going to put some of this, what I've collected. I'll keep you guys for a bit, but I've collected all this on my way in. Alright, we saw us collecting all this. Now with this stuff, when you collect it, to find out if it's got moisture in it, but you tell if you burned it, because it to create steam. But when you get it, if you crush it with your fingers and you've got a lot of friction, that's forcing the moisture out, which is creating the friction. So we know we're dealing, in this case, with very slightly damp materials, which makes working with a fire steel that much harder. So we're going to put that down as a bed on top of there, so we've insulated it from the floor. We've got something which could possibly ignite, and we've also got down here all our little twigs down in the bottom, which I'm just going to place close to me, just here, so they're easily available. Right, just here, Stephen's put all this in a bag to keep it nice and dry, but you can just put it in a pocket as long as it's close to you. These are the shavings that we've collected from the bark of the trees. And what I'll do then is I'll put these in there and create like a little bird nest. Now this is not a brilliant example, but it's hopefully, fingers crossed, might do the job. And all those really, really fine pieces of bark are actually mixed in with these thicker ones. So once they catch, the other ones will catch, and I can just turn this in on itself to continue the burn and put the other grassier stuff in, which Stephen's given me in my pocket. So there we go, we've got a base there for using the fire steel. Now the idea behind the fire steel, he says, when I can find it, I've just put it back around my neck, is that we need to get the actual fire steel itself settled down onto the rock. I'm not going to do this because I want Lisa and the PH to have a go at this, okay? You set it down onto the rock, alright, and then strike towards it, alright? So it's a solid thing, it's a solid situation. You're not giving it this one, which I used to do. So you do it like that, you're solid onto the floor, and then sometimes you can just scrape it very lightly to put some dust in, alright? So when you spark it, you've got more dust to ignite. Alright guys, so we're going to have some fun with that, and then we'll come back to you. Okay, Mr. Laidlaw, the weapon. Make sure the safety's on.
Right.
So, you're right or left-handed?
Cack-handed, mate.
Alright, I'd ideally hold the fire steel in your left hand.
No, this will be alright for me, I think.
Oh, you're left-handed?
Yeah.
Yeah, cack-handed, I thought you meant both ways.
No.
Alright, sorry. Right, so don't go into that first, just have a go at it first. Just put it on the end. Now you want to have a little bit more of a horizontal, that's it. And then draw down. See how you... That's it, that's it, that's it. Slower, slower. From top, from right at the top at fire steel. Right, try and work on the steel bit, because the rest of it has got...
Yeah, sorted.
Right, okay, stop. Right, what you want to do is place the fire steel right there and pin the bird nest with it, yeah?
Yep.
And then slowly.
Am I trying to grate the stuff off
yeah,
first?
You grate a little bit in. Just be very careful, you don't throw all this tinder across.
No, not joking, I do not have a delicate touch.
Right, okay.
Our lass is covered in bruises. Why are you laughing at that? That's sick.
So go for it.
No, it's going to
go for it now. Right, try not to go all the way down to the bottom, so you're not actually stamping out your spark. That was a good one. See how it lasted longer?
Nearly went, isn't it?
Nearly. Slow down, slow down. That's something people do, so start getting anxious. Right, stop. You'll see your bird nest starting to come apart. Pack all your bird nest together again. What you got to remember is that tinder, it could save your life in a survival situation. Mm-hmm. You've got to keep that bird nest together, yeah? Okay. So whatever you do, don't let your fire steel go, your striker go straight into the thing itself. Let the spark go in, not the striker. Right. That's good. You're all excited, aren't you? Yeah. But this might not work because this is damp stuff. But you see about a little bit of...
It's drying though, isn't it?
Yeah. The heat's going in there. Okay, do you want to stop? Do you want to have a go? Did you enjoy that, Mr. Layard?
Yeah, it is a quality fire steel. Like I say, the one that I use is the best that I've got so far, and it's a Light My Fire one. There's nothing wrong with that, but that acts in a different way, or maybe it's the way that you've just shown me how to use it, I don't know.
It's the one that I got with my knife. Well, I got as part of that. That's it, yeah, build it all up. And remember to keep the oxygen inside the pile.
Right.
This is the way we make a cake, Go for it. Remember, put your fire steel in, your ferricium rod.
Which bit am I
the
going
steely
on?
Bit, the steely bit, the shiny bit, yeah.
The shiny bit.
It's what, one strike and it'll go.
And with that curved
right,
bit towards me or away from me?
Away from me. No, other way around. Sorry, I do apologise. Like that, and then strike. No, turn your hand around. So, come here. So it's like that. Yeah.
At a right angle to it.
Like that?
No, you're wrong way around again. That's it, yeah,
Like
that's it. So try and draw it down, that's it. Don't poke it down, draw it down, that's it. Put lots of pressure on. Just keep trying. I think what we'll do with you then is I'll have a pop at this, and then what we'll do is I'll take you to one. Oh, that's it, we're going. Again, you see how you're stamping it into the bottom. When the spark goes down, you're stamping your spark out.
So don't go straight down?
That's right, yeah. Don't go all the way to the bottom. It's really awkward when you first do it. That's it. Well, you're learning that quick. Yeah, it's all about the amount of pressure you put into your fire steel. Okay, anyway, just leave it at that then, and I'll stop this. Get that in there. It'd be nice if it just worked, but last time it took me ages. It's the weather and such like. When this stuff is in summer and it's really dry, it'll just crack up.
Yeah.
This can take a long time. See if I steal it. You see it's smoking because it's all damp?
Yeah, you can see it, can't you? Well, it shows that you can do it, and that's what this is about. Brilliant. We're going to have something to eat soon, so yeah.
So that smoke? Oh no, I'm going to get this fire created on here. See, that's secondary burn. Now we're getting some of these in. See how they're smoking? We'll lift that up. Okay. Okay, the secondary stuff is now starting to burn. We've got a lot of smoke, and you've got to be careful, and you've got to raise the fire because that smoke will try to douse the fire out. It'll suffocate it.
More than anything else?
Yeah, it'll suffocate it out. I hope that's been of help to you guys.
Yeah, it has, mate. It's exactly what we wanted to do today.
So just by, I mean, you can take that now and go and play. Have a shot at it. But you see how I wasn't going all the way through? I was literally kicking enough sparks in within like an inch. And it's all down to practice. And when I was learning it, it was just an absolute nightmare.
Trying to do it in mid-air is a no-starter. At least if you've got it dug into it, and then you're scraping the actual material off into a certain place that you're then going to fire the spark into.
Yeah.
Yeah, then give that a go.
Yeah, because leave them to light the... Leave them to light the gas.
And what we can do then is we can move this fire into the fireplace.
We'll get some more wood for you, pal.
Alright, buddy. Call out to Cole Dobson on Sierra Survival, and I keep calling him out on here because his channel is more than worth watching.
Unlike mine.
Oh yeah, don't forget, go and check out Stephen Laidlaw and his adventures up there in the Lake District and with me and all sorts of different bonkers stuff, guys. Right, this is something that I wanted to show Lisa and Stephen. I brought some. I have it on the back of my my bag of my first aid kit. This is
Fatwood.
Fatwood. It's gone at my head. This is Fatwood, and all I've done is feathered it down, and you'll see how that takes to a flame. And it smells gorgeous. I'll just pop that on there because we're going to have fun with the fire now. Well, I'm just on my way back to get my phone from car so I can try and do a live session here out in the woods. And I want to say that what lovely, lovely people Lisa and Stephen are. A lovely couple. Go and see Stephen's YouTube channel. It needs to be watched. He's a lovely guy. He gets into all kinds of places, either doing stuff with me like this or other people, and also going up into the Lake District and wild camping and such like. So yeah, lovely people. Thank you very much, Stephen and Lisa, for spending time with me and having fun out in the woods, making fire and cooking dinner. Thank you. So there we are, people, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Stephen P.H. Laidlaw standing there looking very dramatic. We've got to the point now where the fire's burning nicely, and Stephen and Lisa have put their water on. I've just been to get my phone, as you will have seen from the video I did on the way over, and I'm going to now start creating a culinary masterpiece. I have a problem with that word. Maybe it's because I eat ginger. Pat myself down now and explain to people what is in the bag. Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm now in a position to be able to show you what is in one's bag. Now, this is my kitchen. There you go. That's the kitchen work surface. There I have my cooker and oven. I've got my water in the stainless steel Stanley container. I've got my army mug. I've got the 01 tool steel skillet, I'm told it's called. I called it a small frying pan. I've got my coffee spoon I made on one of the camps. You remember I was sleeping in Derbyshire. And then I've got my other spoon I made on another camp. Absolutely cracking, belting. Now let's have a look. Mr. PH, let us look. Always better to remove, you see, all right, got mine, but on top of your steel tub.
That little...
Yeah, take it off and put, do you know the rings you have on keys?
Right.
Put one of them on it.
Yeah, okay.
You follow me? So
yeah.
that then it's not going to melt off when you stick it in the fire. Anyway, diddly-dee. Inside the little bag, only advice, mate, only advice. Things I've done myself.
Right.
Right. I've got a bag full of pouches.
Ah, your Mystic Silver pouches.
Da-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. The only issue, I've just swallowed a load of like really hot smoke. I do know why I've brought that little plastic bag. Smoke's coming at me now. The only problem with this is I don't know what's in each bag. I don't know what's in each bag, Lisa. So I've got one there, so it's going to be a psychic session. Are you up for that?
Get my Geiger counter going.
Yes, Geiger counter and the natural trifield meter will be working soon. So we've got all these wonderful little pouches, but I know in that one I've got baking soda and some of that other stuff that I can never remember the name of, but it's in there.
Cinnamon!
Cinnamon! Cinnamon! She's psychic! And I was joking. That's amazing. And then I've got this other gooey stuff to put on top. Yummy, 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 yummy.
Love the description.
Oh, gooey, gooey. And that, but I know that's my flour. Half a cup of flour.
Half
a cup.
You can't say that.
Imagine your second name were Cup. If your second name were Cup and your first name were Arthur, and your third name were Mr. Please.
My sister used to court a gentleman called Wayne Carr.
You'd have to go to Working Men's Club and say, "Excuse me, taxi for half a cup, please." But if your middle name were Pint, it'd make it more relevant, wouldn't it? Taxi man walks into a Working Men's Club, 1970s. I'm looking for half a pint, please. That'll be 5 bob loaf. Anyway.
We digress.
No, No, it's going to be like this constantly all the way through.
This is as
We're not
good
going
as
up
it
and down.
gets.
So I'm going to look in these Christmas presents and find out what I've got. And we're going to be creating, are you ready for this? Bannock bread. You knew it was going to be bannock bread because it's the only thing I can cook when I'm out. It's either that or tofu. Tofu and bannock bread. But there you are, there you have it. Right, so I'm going to look in these and create my creation. Let me see if I can stand up. But before I get around to opening my Christmas presents like on Christmas morning, I'm just going to make myself a cup of coffee, and it's very, very basic. This is a lesson in how to make a cup of coffee, Mr. Laidlaw. You put water in, to about there, yeah? And then you put it in fire, about there. And I don't care how much ash I get in that cup, it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to go for my Christmas presents and find my coffee and my sugar. When I cut my finger off, that's scam. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I've just got my cup of coffee there. And I'm now going to begin the process of creating the wonderfulness, which I've forgotten how to do, and I don't want nobody to tell me because it's funny. So we're going to have, first of all, the flour. Diddly-dee. You don't end up with flour everywhere. I look like a 1920s clown.
As opposed to a 2018 clown.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I think that's enough for me, isn't it? I don't know. I've put it all in. Alright, so yes, it'll have to be enough. So I've put my flour in my bag. I'm now going to get my baking soda and my
cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Because I always forget the name of that. Cinnamon. And I'm going to bop that
You're getting smoke there, aren't you?
in there.
Why are you saying another one?
Hey, hey, hey. Cracking. Right. And I think then, I'll just mix that up a little bit. I should be on TV doing this in honesty, Stephen. Are you impressed yet, Lisa?
Very impressive.
See how I go that back to front, side to side?
Yeah, very
like
good.
that?
Very good.
Good, good. Right then, now I'm going to look through my little packages now and look for my margarine. Should have been that one. Yay! Maggie Ann, here we go. So I'm going to get me a little look because it says a small amount of margarine. Now Bear Grylls, I think it was Bear Grylls, somebody like that did one of these, and it says you had to put milk in it. But I'm vegan, so I don't have milk, so, well, I could have brought some like that, you know, like plant milk, but I didn't see it necessary, yeah. So there we go, so we're going to get the air out of that, and I'm just going to squodgy that about a bit. Get it nicely squodged. Oh, it's coming out. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I think I found an old pH.
That's unusual, isn't it?
Yeah. Here we go. Doodle-doo. Come on, come on. Mix up. It does take some mixing, doesn't it? Yeah. Right, so I'm going to... It's mixed a bit, that, isn't it? So I've mixed that, so I'm going to pop a little bit of water in. Because it says do that, doesn't it? So we're going to bang a bit of water in and see how the consistency goes. Yeah, see how that goes. Now, I could have used snow, but it would have taken a little bit longer for it to melt. I think that's going to be enough water. Oh, it might not be. I hope you're all taking notes, scribbling this down, giving it to whoever cooks in your house. Who cooks in your house, Mr. PH? What was that?
Nothing.
You didn't just do anything, did you?
I taught Lisa how to cook, so I don't have to.
That's fair enough. That's a modern household, isn't
That's
it?
controversial.
It is. It's a bit off the cuff, that, Mr. PH.
Lisa's first meal of love for me was
Meal
it
of
a
love.
Ken Hom or a ping pong? What was it called? Ken Hom?
Ken Hom chicken.
Ken Hom chicken. Was it a Weight Watchers one? Or
No.
it was foul. It was honestly foul. You couldn't give. You couldn't give.
No, you told me it was
people
horrible.
imprisoned in Guantanamo Bay with that for humanitarian reasons, right?
She tried. I bet you ordered it, didn't you? I bet you threw it away in front of you.
No, he ate it.
Oh, you did actually eat it then?
I had to, didn't I?
I think you ate it, didn't you?
I'm turning into Steve Jerky here with all this smoke.
Right, anyway, that's looking something like. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bang. I'm going to bang some sultanas in. It says raisins, but I'm putting sultanas in because I don't care. And I'll pop a little bit more water in there. Like that. Have I missed no tart? I must have missed it. No. What's this one? Is that the coffee? No, we don't want any coffee in it. Right, I'm going to mix that. I'm going to mix all that together now, because that's cracking. I'm going to mix it all together. See, children, you can do this too. It's a cooking thing for children. This. and then I'm going to pop myself. I'm not going to pop myself. That'd be wrong, wouldn't it? I'm going to pop some coconut oil. When I find it in there, so that I can use my skillet to cook it. So I'll come back to you in a bit when we get to that point. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've come from the bag department, and I've put everything in, and I've now melted my coconut butter, oil, whatever you want to call it, in the bottom of here. And I've mushed it all up and I've put it all in there. Let's have a look at it, shall we? I think the consistency is acceptable. And it's still moving around like a big fat omelette. Yeah?
You talking about me?
So I think the consistency... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it going. I'm going to get it working. By putting it in the ashes. So let's bring you around and have a look. I very rarely use a pan, but if you look, how cracking is that? Look at that, eh? Absolutely cracking. So we've got to this point. I've actually turned it over now. I just wanted, oh, look at that. Look at their noodle soup. Oh, it is soup, isn't it?
It is, mate, yeah.
Noodle soup and my bannock bread. Look at that. Oh, master chef. And it's not stuck, although there's a little bit of ash on. It's not stuck. That's absolutely beauty gorgeousness. Put this back in there so I can get more ash in it. There you go. So what would you rather do? Go to a pub and get battered, yeah, then come back and watch football, or come out here into this wonderful environment with him and make bannock bread and noodle soup, have fun, go live on Facebook and talk to nice people. I know which one I'd do. What time's football on?
I don't know. It's happy hour as well, Ian.
Is it?
Yeah. It will be this time next weekend.
So, yeah, so by the time we get it. Oh, that's going to be bad. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's come to that time. The bannock bread is completed. Ugh. What an absolute masterpiece. Look at that, it's steaming. Cracking. Oh, smell that.
Smell a vision.
Have a smell.
Nice one.
You can't smell it, wasn't it?
Oh, that smells right.
So, I haven't finished there, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm going to put this on my knees, like this. Or at least knee.
Leave it in the pan.
And we're going to get some of this treacle.
Spanish, man.
Sloppy.
Funny though, wasn't it?
And we're going to get some... Oh, it's gone hard, because... Oh, it's gone really, really tough. And we're going to put that onto the top of the bannock. Oh.
So you say you're a life coach, health and fitness and everything then here?
Oh yeah.
Did you learn much from doing that?
No. Oh, top marks.
Do you want some of that?
I'll let you have some. I'll be kind. Clippy, 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 clippy. Oh. Diddly-dee. Smeary, smeary.
What are you going to do? You're going to wipe your beak?
Smeary, smeary.
I've got black hands.
I'll let you test it. But I want an honest opinion. Don't tell me if it's nice, if it's gank.
Right, that means you what eat.
No.
If you see
She
some
falls
of the
off a
stuff that he
chair.
has eaten.
She falls off a chair. I know, don't I? Right. I'll put that in there. So, we need to break you some off. Are you ready for it? Here we go. Woohoo! Stephen?
Oh, no thanks, I'm alright. My sugar level's sky high at the minute.
Oh,
I'll have a little bit off that though, but...
That's lovely.
It's lovely and
Very delicious.
very delicious.
Yeah.
Credit where credit's due, that's really
good.
nice.
That
is really
mine
nice.
Was quite
A bit
dense.
dry, yeah.
This is
Lighter,
a bit
isn't it?
fluffier.
Fluffy,
Fluffy, yeah,
tasty.
yeah.
I haven't had syrup in years.
Oh.
Ridiculous.
Oh.
Fair.
So yes, I think that was a success.
Was.
Top marks. I'll put it in there to keep it warm. So I'm going to pack my little bits and bobs away and then we're going to sit round and chat. Oh, I think I'm about to get another cup of coffee. Oh, so now we're going to start recording then. Well, we've done this once.
Is this deja vu?
We've done this once, but for some reason my finger it must have been paranormal. This place is haunted. Right. Thank you very much, Stephen, for these bars of chocolate, the mini mousse and the organic rosy rabbit chocolate. Very kind. There's a good chance Lucy will steal them both, in honesty. But I'm getting the ginger tiffin. Why did you pick the ginger one?
Oh, it seemed to fit.
That's it. Thank you very much. I'm very, very grateful. We're not going to go for it all again. We've already done it all once. It went on forever. So I'm going to stop it.
You complaining about things going on forever on your own video is hypocritical.
My videos don't last over an hour. Right, so now we're putting fire out. And what we've done, we've got all the big sticks and we've chucked them down here. Cast them asunder. And we've thrown them into the ground and we've stamped them in, got all the ash off totally, and then got the snow on them, and then they're dead. And over here we're now collecting snow and putting that onto the fire. So obviously that's going to turn to water and that can be stamped in, so the fire will be totally gone and there'll be no sign, hopefully. Once the snow goes, you won't even be able to tell we've been here. Alright, as per usual, giving something back. Stephen and Lisa have left some food there for the birdies, the budgies and the little baby animals. That's very kind of you both.
Just to say, the food was lovely, but I'm diabetic and my sugar level was unexpectedly high. So when I'm like that, I don't have much of an appetite. So that is my portion pretty much.
Given to the beasties.
Yeah.
And I ate all my bannock bread so they can sod. Okay, we're off. It's time to go back to the real world, to the pollution and YouTube. Or maybe it's the same thing. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much to Stephen, Mr. PH and Lisa for joining me and for joining us on this camp. We've had an absolutely cracking, productive day. It's been lovely. I'm going to go home now and wipe my nose. In fact, I might even get it bath and have a nice soak, PH.
I'm going to have a Sunday shave here.
Top marks. And then next week, me and PH are off to a wonderful place and you can join us on an absolute camping extravaganza. Alright then, see you in a bit guys, bye! welcome to Ian's YouTube channel. So what's it all about? What's Ian's YouTube channel all about? Well, mainly it's about me, Ian Lawrence. That's why it's called Ian's YouTube channel. And it's spelled I-A-I-N, YouTube channel. Alright, sorry about the wind, it's a little bit windy. It's going on a little bit now because I've been doing my bonkers stuff. Right, it's a big community. I want as many people as I can on board this year, so remember to subscribe. Remember to like and share the videos, that's if you've liked them. And if you did like them, it's worth sharing it. Or is it just me? So what do? We go out into the great outdoors and we do camps, we do bushcraft camps and we do tent-based camps. And the bushcraft stuff's great because we get to learn how to make shelters, how to make raised beds to sleep on, how to create a fireplace, how to create the fire, how to use bow drills, hopefully, and how to use ferro rods and, in order to be able to create the fire. Then to find the tinder in wet weather. Oh, isn't it confusing? It's all great fun. We have a good laugh about it. And if I get it wrong, and I show you that I got it wrong so you can learn by my mistakes. And it's all about fun and positivity and nice people. So please subscribe to start with so you get all the videos. Like me, that wind's getting up because it's never settled out here, is it? Subscribe to make sure you get all the videos coming up. Make sure you ring the little bell that's down there below so when I do upload something you can get that ding dong on your phone or wherever it is, or on your computer, so it lets you know that I've uploaded something. And remember to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. I'm rambling on again. Oh boy, am I going to ramble. Have a nice time. Let's go and have some adventures because that's what it's all about. See you now from me, Ian, at Ian's YouTube channel. Bye for now.